How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Real Night. My name is Jabril. Last time we had a couple of light yet still entertaining episodes. We touched on trust as well as destiny, and we explored a little bit more into the feelings that Aang seems to have for Katara. I'm not really sure what Katara is feeling about that, but I guess we'll find out. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell just so you never miss another one. Alright, enough talk. Let's roll it. Ooh, the deserter. This should be interesting. I wonder who's deserting from what.
I bet we'll find something to eat here. The Fire Days Festival. Fire Nation cultural exhibits, jugglers, vendors, magicians. This would be a great place for me to study some real firebenders.
You might want to rethink that.
Yeah.
Look at this.
The tattoos. It's...
Hey, a poster of me.
Oh, it's the blue spirit.
We'll wear disguises, and if it looks like trouble, we'll leave.
Yeah, because we always leave before we get into trouble.
Okay, so yeah, that must be somebody they were gonna see here. Maybe one of the masters.
You guys stay out of sight here while we go to the festival.
Oh man, it's like a kid, you know. If they can't see you, you can't see them.
It's like you're a whole different person.
Let's go.
Wow, he's actually going that way. If they just hopped inside of that, they would be cool. It's like a fire dance or something. Dude, put that mask back on. Oh my gosh.
I need a volunteer from the audience.
How about you, little lady? You will be my captured princess.
I will tame this fiery beast.
Wow, it's actually pretty cool.
It's too strong. Hey, that kid's the Avatar.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, yeah, the disguises weren't good to start with. It was literally only a matter of time.
Appa, down here!
Man, I'm loving that we're getting so much more Appa in the action.
I'm familiar.
You're a Fire Nation
Oh, is that one of the other guys?
Name's Che. I serve a man, a living legend, Zhong the Deserter. He's the first person ever to leave the army and live.
Oh, wow. So they were like conscripted for life.
We've got to go see him.
I mean, it makes sense, you know.
We're not gonna go find some crazy firebender.
You gotta use everybody that they can. And it's no surprise that they keep them in with the threat of death.
This could be my only chance to meet a firebending master who would actually be willing to teach me.
It can't hurt just to talk to him.
Don't move.
They may not have a choice.
Which way did they go?
They headed into the forest. Up the river, I suspect.
Ready the riverboats. We're going after the Avatar.
Wonder where Zuko's at.
Let's hit the road.
Why won't he see me?
He says you're not ready. Says you haven't mastered waterbending and earthbending yet.
I'm going in anyway.
Get out. If a fish lives its whole life in this river, does he know the river's destiny? No. Only that it runs on and on, out of his control. He may follow where it flows, but he cannot see the end. He cannot imagine the ocean. To master the bending disciplines, you must first master discipline itself.
Yeah, I mean, he just has like a limited timetable, so he's trying to do it
Are you deaf?
fast as he can, but
Fire will spread and destroy everything
it's true.
if one does not have the will to control it. You think I am weak, Avatar Oak?
Oh, wow.
I have mastered the elements 1,000 times in 1,000 lifetimes. Now, I must do it once again.
Yeah, I assume, like, as the avatars go on and get reincarnated, they have probably a higher aptitude and a faster learning speed.
Good, good.
Just because, as Roku said, they have mastered them thousands of times.
So when do I get to make some fire?
Concentrate! Power in firebending comes from the breath. That
Yeah, that's what Iroh said.
control.
You brought me up here.
Yeah, just lower oxygen content in the air.
Good. Keep going.
See how many minutes Aang will last.
I already know how to squat and breathe and feel the sun. I want to know how to shoot fire out of my fingertips.
It's part of the process, you know?
I had a pupil once who had no interest in learning discipline. Fire is a horrible burden to bear. Its nature is...
Oh, was his student Zhao? I bet you it was. I mean, like, why would they, you know, have that story going and then show Zhao in that moment? So I wonder if we're gonna get a face-off between, you know, master and former apprentice.
I want you to keep this flame from reaching the edges of the leaf for as long as you can.
This is the worst firebending instruction ever.
This is the only fire instruction he's had. How would he know if it's good or not?
It's a good reason.
But I'm ready to do so much more. I did it! I made fire!
Aang, that's great, but you should take it slow.
Yeah, that wasn't the, that wasn't the instruction. The opposite of the instruction. But amazing that, you know, Aang can do this so quickly.
Katara, I'm so good!
I told you we shouldn't mess around with this.
Ah, man, that's just one of Aang's flaws. It does also come with being a child, you know?
It's all your fault.
I know. Now pack your things.
He just wants things now. They're really touching heavily on the patience, or lack thereof, that Aang has here. Does water give her a healing factor?
You have healing
That's
abilities.
crazy.
The great benders of the water tribe sometimes have this ability.
That's amazing.
Water brings healing and life, but fire brings only destruction and pain.
Well, it also brings life, you know?
To walk a razor's edge between humanity and savagery. Eventually, we are torn apart.
I'm really loving the fact that we're getting a lot of these, yeah, that recognition. We're getting a lot of different abilities of bending here.
Don't worry, man. My old teacher gave up fighting a long time ago.
That is Zhao's teacher.
Haven't you, Master Zhang Zhang?
I'm never gonna firebend again.
You'll have to eventually.
No, never again.
It's okay, Aang. I'm healed.
What? How?
I'll explain later.
I wonder if that was like a split-second thing, or if she's tried to do that before.
Will not help you against the Avatar. Do not try to fight him. Never seen such raw power.
Yeah, he does have
Jong!
We'll
very high aptitude. Oh,
It's a trick. He's run off into the woods.
Beautiful. I know I kind of made the parallel earlier with, you know, Star Wars. Obi-Wan and Vader. That was an Obi-Wan moment right there.
Man, they'll make anyone an admiral these days. I'm Admiral Zhao!
I mean, Aang's plan is working perfectly. He definitely predicted Zhao's disposition very aptly.
Are you crazy? You haven't thrown a single blow.
No, but you have. Zhang said you had no restraints.
Yeah, I'm sure that stings, having your old master, one, say that, you know, he's way better than you, way better pupil, than having your master proven correct.
Hey, where'd everybody go? Very funny, guys.
Wow, that's good water.
When did you learn how to do that?
I guess I always knew.
It's cool to see Aang kind of learning a little bit of firebending. He's already got a little bit of it down, you know, just like he did with the water. Although this did take him more than 5 minutes. Man, I wonder if that, you know, Roku scene was more of a vision on Zhang's part, or if that was, you know, actually occurring there. I think it was more just a vision, but I really wonder where he disappeared to, and I wonder if we're going to be seeing him again. My intuition is telling me that we probably will at some point. We really touched heavily on like consequences of impatience, and trying to get up on stage with what little semblance of a disguise that he had, as well as him trying to bend fire even though he hadn't done like the smaller, simpler concepts yet. Kind of got a bit of like the duality of fire, you know, its chaotic uses and some of its positive uses. as well as touching on a bit of that respect for the elements that the Benders have. This episode in particular kind of dealing with Katara's new, or well, I guess she already kind of had that ability already apparently, but the first time that we've seen Katara heal with water. I think that'll be probably pretty integral going forward. Anyway, we have episode number 17 on the docket, so let's roll it. Okay, the Northern Air Temple.
The next time you think you hear a strange, large bird talking, it might not be a giant parrot, but a flying man.
Are these some airbenders?
Aren't airbender stories the best?
Was it realistic? Is that how it was back then?
I laugh at gravity all the time.
Yeah.
Gravity.
He is very mobile, but yeah, I'm assuming we're getting closer and closer to the Northern Water Tribe. Because, I mean, if it's anything like...
Great-grandpappy saw the airwalkers last week.
So we might actually have some airbenders alive.
I'm very gullible.
But, yeah, it went from the Southern Water Tribe to the Southern Air Temple, so I'm assuming we're getting very close.
Hey, guys, look at this!
Oh, some flying bison, it looks like. Oh, no.
They really are airbenders.
Are they?
No, they're not. You can tell by the way they move. They're not
They're kind
airbenders.
of like, airplanes.
No spirit.
Like the Wright brothers airplanes, or Da Vinci's.
I don't know, Aang. That kid seemed pretty spirited.
Maybe these were just like the people of the airbenders.
Go tail!
Maybe some of the air nomads that couldn't bend? So there are obviously like Fire Nation citizens who can't bend, and soldiers. Could be totally different though.
You're pretty good.
Yeah, I know.
Wow! I don't think I can do that, but here's a good one.
Is he gonna like do some skywriting or something? That is a pretty cool trick.
What do you think?
It's great.
Yeah, I feel like Aang is trying to be competitive. This guy's just, you know, having a good time. Oh, is he? Oh, he's wheelchair bound. It's even cooler, honestly.
Wait until you see the other stuff my dad designed.
Also, we're gonna get some more like inventions, man. I really love the inventions in this show. They're really cool. Oh. So I guess they just took over the air temple, because that was a flying bison statue.
Everything's powered by hot air. It even pumps hot air currents outside to give us a lift when we're gliding.
Steampunk indeed.
Believable.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
No, just unbelievable. This is supposed to be the history of my people. It's nice to see at least one part of the temple that isn't ruined.
Not for long, I guess.
What the doodle? Don't you know enough to stay away from construction sites?
What if somebody was on that?
My people became refugees after a terrible flood. Then I came across these fan-like contraptions. Build a new life for my son in the air.
And he succeeded. I mean, a pretty good job, you know? It is sad that he destroyed the place.
Unfortunately, progress has a way of getting away from us. Look at the time.
You put spark powder in the candle.
If you like that, wait till you see my finger-safe knife sharpener.
He's done some lost fingers. I think this is the other person that people might have been comparing to Victor.
Hey, it's just like the one in the other air temple.
Only an airbender can open it.
This is the last part of the temple that's the same as it was. I want it to stay that way.
I completely understand.
The other one, it was these statues. I wonder if they just have kind of like a replication in each of the temples.
Not exactly.
Okay, so you brought me all the way down here to see an empty room.
Wrong. It's filled to the brim with natural gas. Came across it my first time here. Nearly blew myself and the whole place even more sky high. Thought my eyebrows would
Yeah, this has to be the the other Victor comparison.
We have gas leaks, and they're nearly impossible to find.
It supports something inside you, something even lighter than air. And that something takes over.
No parachutes.
Spirit. That's the something you're talking about.
I'm flying!
Just make sure you keep your mouth closed so you don't swallow a bug.
Yeah, Momo's in heaven.
If you want to see what's in that room, I'd be happy to open the door for you.
I hope something bad doesn't come from him showing that room.
Oh, don't worry.
That air balloon design.
And that egg was just part of last week's lunch. That's the solution to our problem.
If we put a whole mess of rotten eggs in the cellar where the gas seeps up,
the gas will mix with the smell of rotten eggs.
Some kind of torture chamber? Fire Nation.
You're making weapons for the Fire Nation.
Oh, wow. Oh, maybe it is a good thing they opened this up.
They were going to destroy everything, burn it to the ground.
Wonder how he got in here. Well, he is an inventor.
You must understand, I did this for you.
Again, another parallel with conflicts like World War II and World War I. Scientists from different nations having to...
If I don't give them what they want, they will destroy...
work for the government, whether they want to or not.
how can I be proud of you when your inventions are being used for murder?
Kind of like an Oppenheimer situation. Haven't seen the movie, but I know the historical facts. Although he was working for us. Still created something that was horribly devastating.
The deal's off. We control the sky. That's something the Fire Nation can't do. We can win.
We finally got the war balloon working thanks to Sokka. This boy's a genius.
Thank you. You're a genius.
Yeah, Sokka is, they have been showing that, you know, he is very ingenuitive and inventive.
If you control the hot air, you control the war balloon.
So I wonder if this is how they took out the Northern Air Temple as well. Although they didn't stipulate whether this one could only be reached by flying bison or not. They're doing some damage. Whew. That actually kind of caught me off guard. Ah, this must be what they used. Multiple hooks. Man, being inside one of those things when it's falling must be pretty insane. Man, this episode is just full of really cool inventions. I'm loving this. So they're using a bit more 3D, I'm seeing. Yeah, because this is definitely 3D. And the lock was as well.
I remember my dad tinkering with the counterbalancing system. Something to do with water.
Can you get me close to one?
And it makes me wonder too, like, could Katara control the snow?
Come on, Sokka. Where's that war balloon?
Weighed down with a bunch of slime, it looks like.
Bombs away! You smell that?
Rotten eggs! There! That's where the gas is escaping!
Let's hope that didn't just do exactly what the Fire Nation was trying to do here. Okay, good. Wow.
Look! They're retreating!
Yeah! We're going down!
Quickly. Oh wow, like the gardens and stuff are like shaped as the airbending symbols.
As long as we've got the skies, we'll have the Fire Nation on the run.
I bet you these are going to come into play down the line too. Why did he look sad there? Oh man.
This defeat is the gateway to many victories.
Yeah. And they have ultimate control of the fire, you know? They don't even need the ventilation at the top, you know, because they can control the amount of fire that they're putting into it. Gave them a big piece of technology there. And I wonder if I don't know, he seemed kind of crestfallen there. Was he aware that that might occur? And was that what he was supposed to be delivering to them? Yeah, I guess maybe it was, but great episode. I really liked all the little pieces of technology that we got to see there. There probably should have been some kind of fail-safe in there, just in case it did go down, that it could destroy itself. And I'm surprised they didn't think of that technology before. Episode 17 explored themes related to adaptation, the preservation of culture, and the moral complexities faced by characters in the changing world environment that we're in, especially for Aang, who's kind of 100 years separated. The ending didn't really resolve the dilemma of the preservation of the temple, but I think it is a very important aspect to consider, especially considering that this is one of the last vestiges of a dead civilization. Aang said as much in the episode.
This is supposed to be the history of my people.
We may touch on it further later though, I'm not too sure. I doubt this will be the last that we're going to see of the inventor here, or his inventions. I think inevitably down the line, when the Avatar conflict kind of comes to the forefront, all of these connections that they made will be very important. Right now it's still mostly a secretive thing. We just have really Zhao and Zuko chasing the Avatar. I mean, they put out wanted posters, but you know, that's only going to do so much. But as Aang grows more powerful, of course, the notoriety that will go along with that power growth will inevitably lead to a more pressing concern for the Fire Nation. Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment down below. Also, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell just so you never miss a video, and I will see you all on the next one.